All right. So Elliot, how's it going, man?
Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good.
So this has been a long time coming, man. A long time coming to actually
Mm.
sit you down and because you running around everywhere, all to Egypt and Thailand and all these different places, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Elliot Holden, the urban guitar legend. And if you wonder why we say legend, it's because Elliot has been around, man. You've been around a long time. How long you been doing this?
How long have I been playing guitar? Like actively, I don't know, pursuing. I've been playing guitar for 35 years. 35 years.
Really?
Yeah,
So
35 years.
so how did you even pick up the guitar? Like how did that start, man?
That started with me watching a movie called Crossroads. Well, I was watching a lot of different musical movies off of HBO at that time. This is back in the late 80s.
Is it the Crossroads movie about the guy who supposedly sold his soul to the
Yeah,
devil?
exactly. Ralph
Really?
Ralph Macchio.
Ralph
Yeah, he
Macchio.
was. Yeah, he wasn't the guy that sold his soul. Joe Seneca,
Uh-huh.
who played Willie Brown. It was based on the story of Robert Johnson.
Okay. Yeah, Robert
Yeah,
Johnson.
Robert Johnson, the guitar player. So it's based off of that story. But yeah, that was the movie Crossroads.
So what intrigued you about that to say, I really want to play guitar now?
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. It was the scene at the end where actually it wasn't just the scene at the end. It was all throughout the movie. Ralph Macchio, he played a classical guitar player that's
Mm-hmm.
trained at Juilliard, but he's a closet blues guitarist. He has a passion for blues guitar.
Mm.
So they keep flipping back between showing him performing Juilliard or practicing his classical piece, and then flipping back to where he would put that guitar down and pick up the blues guitar and play that guitar.
Right.
But the classical pieces that he played, those scales and things, it just sounded cool to my ear. Those arpeggios he was playing,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I could do that. Like
Right.
like I just told myself I clearly couldn't do it, but I just told in my head I was like, I can learn how to do that.
Right.
I
Right.
want to learn how to do that so I can do that, so I can
How old were you
recreate
then?
it. I was 13 going on 14. It
Really?
was a 13, the summer of my
So
14th birthday.
so you had already had a guitar, or was
Nope.
somebody in your family playing? I mean,
Well, that is a funny thing. So my biological father did play guitar.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
Clearly, I'm sure he probably played guitar around us or whatever. But I'm not. Him and my mother were divorced by the time I was 3 or something.
mm,
So I don't actively remember him, playing guitar in
right.
active memory. Now, could be subconscious. Yeah, I get that. But so the way he says it, and his brother, my
Mm-hmm.
uncle, says it, they play guitar around us. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Mm,
That wasn't in my brain. I didn't think
mm-hmm.
back to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, I do recognize that my ear has a certain. I like listening to major seven chords and things like this.
Mm,
That that probably does have something to do with the music that was played
mm-hmm.
either when you're at birth or in your mom's womb, or if
Right.
they're playing a lot of George Benson or something, you're going to
Mm-hmm.
gravitate towards certain chords and sounds.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have had that has played some role, I'm sure, in
Mm,
my ear,
right.
what I like to hear. But as far as picking up that guitar, I, watching that movie, that's when I was like, oh man, I want to do that.
And
Watching Crossroads.
and where were you born and raised at?
I was born in Germany. I was born in Landstuhl, Germany.
Mm,
As far as raised, I was mainly raised in the U.S. in Augusta, Georgia, for my teen years.
mm,
But before that, we lived in Washington D.C., and then we also moved to Panama for 3 years.
wow.
So like elementary school was between D.C. and Panama, and then middle school to high school was like back here in the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah.
So around the time you actually picked up the guitar, you were living in the U.S.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was in Augusta.
You
Yeah,
was in
for sure.
Augusta. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
13. We were in the U.S.
So now you live in Atlanta,
I do.
and how's that since you got here?
Atlanta's cool. I've been here for a long time. I've been here for a minute now. This is my second time living in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I moved to Atlanta straight out of high school,
Okay.
and then of course that's my cousin about the freaking. Hold on a second. Sorry. We'll just we'll beep this out. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. She,
No, man, we're not beeping that out. We're keeping that.
there's nothing. I'm muting. Yeah, I'm put it on silent.
Oh no, it's all
She was
good.
probably calling me about cookout. All right. But
That's
you
all
but you were
good. This
saying
makes people understand that this is real. I mean, we're not, doing no high tech Hollywood stuff. This is you in the flesh, letting people know. So when did you